In this video, we'll be outlining how the WD system uses a checklist concept to help providers comprehensively document, verify, act on, and even learn while caring for patients. This includes patients fighting against COVID-19. We are on the exam page of a 61-year-old patient who's had difficulty breathing since yesterday. For orientation, we see the patient's name is Percival Zine. He's 61 years old, he has no allergies, and he weighs 76 kilograms. It is 3:34 p.m. At the left of the screen is the chief complaint with vital signs forwarded from the nurse triage page seen here. Percival has had difficulty breathing since yesterday. Note, the nurse has marked the patient is requiring immediate care. This is an emergency. Automatically highlighted out-of-range vital signs such as fever to 39, tachypnea to 30, and borderline O2 suggest the same. On the right of the screen lies information forward from the patient medical history page seen here. Percival has been seen at the facility before with a COPD exacerbation, likely the result of a 30-year pack per day history of smoking. Percival is even on the antibiotic doxycycline. Below the past medical history is the patient history and exam sections. These sections can be filled out manually, but more commonly they are automatically assembled via WD's checklist note writing system. At the bottom left of the screen is how the provider concludes the encounter. Let's hope Percival makes it, but looks like he will have to come into the hospital. After speaking with and examining the patient, the clinician decides on the diagnosis of COVID-19. The provider types this in the Add Checklist box located below the patient vital signs. Notice the user can type in any combination of these terms he or she selects. The structure of the COVID-19 checklist is similar to most other WD checklists. The checklist begins with a reference to its authors and the literature that supports the checklist content. Let's look at this by clicking here. Here you see the authors of the checklist. On the bottom, this was last updated April 10th, 2020. References that inform the checklist are listed and are available in easily to click links. I like the coronavirus map produced by Johns Hopkins. Closing the reference window, we see the background section, which is designed to jog the memory of the clinician. This becomes particularly important with pathogens like COVID-19, which are new and when the response trajectory changes day to day. Next comes a differential diagnosis. It is possible that this is not COVID-19. The checklist then displays history and exam findings consistent with the disease. Here we include the reference to the study that explains COVID-19's most common symptoms. This includes fever, muscle soreness, and fatigue. The checklist then suggests common signs in COVID-19. Recall that these signs, when selected, will write the exam at the right of the screen and can include nasal flaring or costal retractions, and lung findings such as rhonchi. The checklist then suggests particular studies to perform to secure the diagnosis. Again, a reference, this time how to obtain the nasopharyngeal viral swab. Of course, other pathogens can explain Percival's symptoms. This includes influenza and RSV. The checklist then offers treatment modalities, some of which are dependent on the patient's condition, such as fluids for the dehydrated patient or antipyretics for the febrile. Recall that Percival's temperature is over 39. The patient education section reminds the provider to discuss the course of the disease with the patient and his or her family, danger signs, and should they go home, even how to properly sneeze. Finally, at the bottom of the checklist are 3 quality care boxes that light up green once diagnostic, treatment, and patient education standards for COVID-19 are met. Students of medicine may click on these boxes even before the patient interaction to explicitly see what constitutes documentation of evidence-based care. We'll show you how this works for care providers in real time in the WD treatment video tour.